I lost. I wanted to, this is before pre-market, so I'll do my pre-market analysis on here as well. I'll show you what happened. Oh, let's go through. Okay, start on the 4-hour. Okay, number one. Let's see what today is. Most likely liquidity sweep. Probably gonna go for sales today. Regardless. So this is what I seen, right? For what's it called? Yesterday. So I seen this Friday we had this big liquidity sweep, right? And we kept going up. So I went, okay, cool. We're probably gonna be bullish today. That's immediately what I thought of. That was my mistake for today, right? For the day. Okay, and the reason that it was my mistake is because it was on Friday. So I'm working on a different time frame. Most likely, this would be more close to the daily time frame more than the 4-hour time frame, which means it could happen at any time. All right, we swept out daily highs, which means we'd be going up pretty high. So that is my problem for the day. Okay, but again, I was still going for a bullish bias. I knew that we were going to go up at some point, but it should have been a neutral day. Whatever liquidity gets swept out first should have been the target. Okay, so 1 hour is the same thing from yesterday. I mean, we just kind of are going up. So I'm like, okay, so my bias is probably going to be bullish. That's what I'm thinking. But again, my bias should have been neutral. We didn't have, any SMTs at the time. So we come over, sweep highs, more predominantly this high right here, and then we start going down. Okay, I'm looking, because I'm working off of the liquidity sweep pre-market, I'm looking for 5-minute lows to be swept. But we do sweep London low, which is pretty good. This is what my shit should have been. Okay. So what it really was right here. Okay, so we make a 5-minute SMT here. Why is it a 5-minute SMT? The reason that it's a 5-minute SMT is because we cleared these lows right here, and we did not clear the lows on this one. Okay, make a 5-minute SMT, set up equilibrium. Let's see how it goes. Okay. By the way, this trade I didn't put in. By the way, that was just the trade that I should have put in if we were going for buys. Just letting you know. Okay. So we come over, go. This is where it was. Hits equilibrium. We don't have anything here because we didn't break structure. We didn't clear this inverse fair value gap, anything like that. Oh no, sorry. This is where we what's it called? This right here, this candle. No, this is not where we did it. Sorry. I had it marked here because this was the inverse fair value gap right here. So we inversed it by a tick. So really it was put in right here. Okay, but we had this inverse fair value gap right here. That was the fair value gap we inversed. So put in the trade here, lost it, wanted to go lower, and then we started going up. This was the retracement right here, and then this was the 1-minute break of structure. And we hit all TPs that I had marked. But the reason I didn't take this trade is because it was out of hours. I would have gotten in at 11:18 a.m. I stopped trading at 11 a.m. So, although we did lose $1,000 today, and I should be only in $2,400 drawdown, Tradeify is a little different. Tradeify's drawdowns are like Apex's drawdowns, where it's like every trade can affect your drawdown. So if you go down in a trade, even if you go break even, you still lose drawdown. So even though my max was 103,200, I lose at 100,700. I blew the account. So I mean, I'm not upset about it. Things happen. So we're just on to the next one. Again, that's what happens when you risk heavily. As you can see, this is where I put the last trade in. I just didn't care. I was like, okay, whatever. I blew the account, so I had $70 left in drawdown. I said, okay, cool. I'll just blow it really fast. So I did buy a second account. This is the new account. And then let's, just because I want to do it, I'll show you how I mark my key levels. Just because I've shown you before, but I just want to show you. And I'll go through analysis. Again, now knowing the, what's it called? From yesterday. The mistake that I made. Which, again, I was correct in my thing, but I like I said, my mistake was not correct because of the fact that, or I was incorrect with how I did it because of the fact that I was going off of a higher time frame, most likely. Just because of how late the bias was. So, okay, cool. We have the session highs and lows. Let's go to the 4 hour, just like we start every day. First thing I see. This is the first thing I see. Okay. SMT. SMT right here. These highs to these highs. What happens here? These highs to these highs. We have an SMT. Okay, we cleared it on S&P. We did not clear it on NASDAQ. So most likely, we're going to be looking for NASDAQ. We're also going to mark this new week opening gap because that is most likely a target for interest. I'm not saying that it's going to go all the way down there, but there's a good chance that it does. Okay. So let's also mark this high. We'll mark out the highs just in case, because we don't really have a liquidity sweep. I guess we do but it's not on both. So an SMT for me personally is not a liquidity sweep. So we're gonna mark highs and lows. Mostly highs up here, of course, you know, dumb fuck. Yeah, let's mark the lows and then the top of the fucking, what an idiot. Okay. But no, we're looking for sells here. Okay, let's go on the 1 hour. Let's see what we got on the 1 hour. As you can see, this is what like TJR, again, that's what I base my strategy off of. This is what TJR made money off of, is this sell. But I made my money, or I would have made money on the buy if it would have went in my favor. But it didn't, and that's okay. There's no problem with that. I am not, you know, upset. I'm not upset I blew the account. You know, things happen. But those are most of my, what's it called? TPs there, or my key levels in total. So again, what I'm going for today is we have like 10 minutes before market opens. I'm looking for, not really looking for, or actually no, I'm looking for sells today because of this. And the only way that this would not be considered sells, most likely, is if we go all the way up here. So if we go up here, we probably just won't trade for the day for sells. I don't think we will because that's very high. But no, we're looking for sells today. So we're looking for sell side liquidity to be these highs to be manipulated, these key level highs. And that way, we will be able to catch the move. Most likely, my guess... Oh, I forgot. Hold on. Let me This is another high that is of interest that I could most likely get an SMT off of, is my guess. Okay. Yeah. Because we're not that close here. We're pretty close here. So I wouldn't be surprised if on S&P we sweep these highs right here up top and then start going down. So that's my guess. But alright, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get trading. I'm sorry I didn't post yesterday. I was watching the Bulls game. I know this is really only for myself, so it's fine. But alright, y'all. See y'all later. Peace out, buckos.